Yes, sir.
My name is Koray, and first of all, it's a pleasure to meet you.
My privilege.
I have two questions, if you don't mind. First question is, having worked in the defense industry, it's related to the defense industry. With the new administration, there has been a shift in the defense expenditures, and there has been some budget cuts. I don't know the buildings, but it's a target rate. So, for companies in Turkey and for entrepreneurs or people who are willing to do some work for this industry, what would be your suggestion? What areas should we focus on, and where the defense industry?
I would suggest that Turkish defense industries focus on two areas. Telecommunications and what we call battle space awareness. Particularly in urban warfare, when you're fighting terrorists, knowing more than your opposition is the difference between life and death. So software programs, navigational tools, battle awareness tools are of huge value to the United States. And second, my suggestion would be there's a need for portable, flexible, lightweight, low-power vehicles and weapons systems. U.S. military doctrine for a very long time has been predicated upon fighting a ground war in Europe against the Soviet Union. That is obviously an outmoded doctrine because there is no Soviet Union, which I think is a blessing any way you look at it. There are issues with Russia, but we're not going to be fighting a ground war in Western Europe anytime soon. Our three risks now are asymmetric warfare from jihadist terrorists, whether it's in Times Square or Tehran or Kabul or Madrid or Riyadh or Istanbul. Our second threat is rogue states like North Korea that can occasionally raise a problem. And the third possible threat is if China evolves into a bellicose military power rather than an economic giant that's more friendly. Now we have to hope and work that China will evolve into a trading partner that's a positive force in the world. But we have to assume that it will not. And we have to be prepared militarily for that eventuality. So the United States is going to have more fleet and agile weapons systems and delivery systems. So my advice would be defense contractors that can provide battle space awareness, particularly in cyberspace, and defense contractors that can provide agile, flexible, low weight, low energy, but high yield weapon systems, or that's where we're going. And think about it this way, and put it in less dramatic terms. It is a lot more likely that a special ops member of the United States Army is going to be kicking down a door in Yemen. More likely that's going to happen than we're going to be fighting Russians in the plains of Germany. We have weapons systems that are designed to fight the Russians in a ground war in Europe, which is rather an absurd concept. So one of the reasons, by the way, I think that we can reduce our defense budget to be stronger is to stop building weapons that are designed to fight a war that's not going to happen, and start building systems that will win a war that is happening right before our very eyes. But that would be my suggestion. Time for one or two more, and then I've got a family up.